I work at a fire watch tower. Today, we found something that was thought to be extinct. I'm writing this story while I'm at the police station. I got some time. My name is Ryan. I work at a fire watch tower in a national park in Washington. Or at least I did. I think I'm not going back after what I saw today. I don't even know why I picked being a lookout. I guess only taking survival classes in college will end you up here. At first, I was excited. To be honest, I didn't know what to do. I was a D student, and my family thought I wouldn't make it. Well, when I told them that I got a call from a national park asking to work for them, they were as excited as I was. However, I was going to have to be distant from my family. People don't understand that lookouts can stay away from society for at least 3 months. So I packed my stuff in my 4x4 and told my family goodbye. It was a 4-hour drive. I live in the Central Park of Washington, and this national park is in the north part of Washington. When I got there, it was evening. There was a guy sitting outside of the entrance. Probably my boss, I thought. I slowed down and lowered my window down by the man.
"Are you Ryan?"
He said.
"Yes, sir."
I replied in the most confident voice I gave. He looked like a sheriff, kinda, with a green suit. He had a nameplate on the right side of his jacket. His name was Cameron Rodriguez. He also had a nice-looking mustache.
"Here, take this map. You'll be in Tower 9.
He said as he handed me the map.
Now go."
I looked down at the map and drove on the path towards the tower. I thought it was strange that he never asked me for my ID card or anything to prove my identity. But it didn't matter. I arrived at the tower. It towered over me. It had to be at least 40 feet.
Well, I guess you're my new home now, aren't you?
I said to myself as I parked my car outside and brought everything up and down. There was windows on all sides of the tower. There was a kitchen counter on the right, a desk with a chair in the middle of the room, a bed on the left side by some desk with computers and a microphone. All of a sudden, I jumped as I heard a weird statically noise.
Hello? Is anyone out there?
It was coming from those computers. I went up to it and talked.
Hello, this is Tower 9. Who is this?
I said back. He replied and said he was my twin tower, and he was in Tower 10. He told me that there was going to be a storm.
Okay, thanks, dude. I'm going to cut it off now.
I signed off and checked my phone. 8:34. I had no signal.
Well, might as well get ready for the storm.
I thought I should take a nap since I wouldn't have anything to worry about. Water will burn the fire out on its own. I crawled into bed and closed my eyes and fell asleep peacefully. I woke up in a cold sweat. I sat up and looked around. It was completely silent except the buzzing from my radio. I looked at the glass and saw water pouring onto the glass. I checked my phone. 1:30 a.m. Then I heard something. It was coming from the radio. It sounded weird, like someone or something eating something. I went to the radio and asked if anyone was there, and the noises stopped.
Hello, is anyone there?
I looked at my map. I assumed that the noises were coming from Tower 10. Tower 10 was 3 miles away from here.
Hello, Tower 10, do you copy? If you don't copy, I'm heading down there. Are you okay?
I said no response, so I put my boots on and put my raincoat on. I packed a revolver with 6 shells. Those noises I heard, those eating noises, didn't sound right. When I got to Tower 10, the tower was a mess. From just the bottom view, I saw the whole front of the tower missing. I walked up the stairs carefully, making sure I didn't fall, and walked into the half-broken tower. There in front of me was 2 5-foot-looking birds eating the half-eating pile of guts. I only recognized that it was a person because of the green outfit we all wore. The body was leaning against the desk with the computers on the ground broken. The bird looked long, about 7 feet. It had white feathers with a blue line going down its spine. Its feet had a long claw on each one of them. They had red eyes and had blood all over their black-scaled mouth, with its sharp teeth. Oh God, its teeth. One of them was too busy pulling at the poor man's intestines to notice. However, the other one looked at me. It then started making noises that kind of sounded human-like, except it quite wasn't human.
Come here. It's okay.
It then stood up and looked at me with its arms spread out.
God, please.
The shot rang around the room as smoke came out of my revolver. I shot and hit right in its lower stomach. It went tumbling back. At this point, the other one heard and pounced. I missed my shot and it jumped right on me and pushed me to the ground. It had to weigh around 200 pounds. It started to claw at my stomach and face. I reached for my gun that was by me on the floor and grabbed it and put it under the creature. The creature stood up and yelled in pain. I shot the bastard in its lower stomach twice where the intestines were, while it stood up, and I aimed my gun at his head and fired. I shot it right in its head and splitted its head into pieces. It fell off me. I tried to get up, but the creature got me good. I looked down and saw my guts hanging out of my stomach. But then I heard a noise across the room. The one I shot earlier stood up with a bullet hole in it. It was having trouble standing up. I aimed my revolver at it and pulled the trigger. I shot, but due to my injuries, I shot it in its chest. It rushed me. I had no bullets left. I had my back to the kitchen counter. It's the end, I thought. I'm going to let birds kill me. I reached up the counter to lift myself up, but my hand caught something. A kitchen knife. The bird pounced on me, and I hit my head on the counter, but not before I stabbed the creature in its neck. Me and the bird fell away and was struggling to get the knife out of its neck. I crawled to the bird lightheaded and grabbed the knife out of its neck and said,
Go back to hell, you ugly shitface.
And plunged the knife right in its eye. It struggled for a second, but then froze, lifeless. Then I faded. I woke up in the hospital where the doctors told me that I was lucky to be alive. They said if I didn't fade, then I would have probably died from moving my organs around too much, which were damaged. After a couple days, I was sent to the police station for questioning of what happened to Jackson and what happened to me. I told them and they left the room. I also found out those birds are called Utahraptors. So now I'm left alone writing this story. To anyone who heard this story, be careful of the woods. You don't know what's out there, and always bring a weapon